We're such dorks, dude. We're wearing suit jackets to talk about Dragon Ball.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Dude, I remember where I was about 9 years ago when the internet broke watching Dragon Ball Super's Tournament of Power and the insane hype around it.
Wait, how many years ago?
9 years ago.
Holy crap,
And we were just so excited for what would come next. Actually, it was teased as the end of Super. But then when the manga continued, we were all just waiting and waiting for the Moro arc. And I think I had been just stalking the Reddits and just seeing everyone talk about how it's never going to happen. And then the announcement happened. And oh my God, dude.
This is a beautiful view behind us, but the only thing more beautiful than that is you. Please like and subscribe.
2 new Dragon Ball shows. First, we have the Moro arc, and then we also got the confirmation of a remake, where it seems like the show is going to be not entirely recreated, but remastered heavily, going over frames from the original show and improving the art, improving some cuts of the animation, and even adding some new scenes from the manga. We're both very excited about the Moro arc, obviously, but I honestly, surprisingly, have more to say about the remake.
I mean, my initial reaction was I don't want to see Battle of Gods reanimated for the 3rd time.
Same.
After having some time to think about it, just thinking about the animation quality, which we all know where Super was back in 2015. I think this is actually a really good opportunity for them. And I read that internally they were referring to this new remake as Dragon Ball Super Kai.
Yeah,
in which,
dude, we love us some Kai.
Oh yeah.
That was our first exposure. So there's kind of 2 generations. Well, I guess there's new generations now. I just don't want to think about that. But when we were growing up, there were 2 generations of kind of Dragon Ball fans. You had the kind of millennial fans who grew up with Dragon Ball Z in the 90s on Cartoon Network Toonami. And then you had the younger generation who grew up with the reruns of Dragon Ball Z Kai on Nickelodeon. That was me and Donovan. So our whole exposure was Dragon Ball Z Kai. So to hear them referring to this new remake as Dragon Ball Super Kai kind of hit me in the nostalgia. Hearing that it was going to be remade kind of ticked me off. But looking at the trailer, seeing some of those shots of Beerus, I was like, whoa. Knowing that they're going to do this for the entire show really excites me because I think this could end up being what Dragon Ball Super really needed. I gotta take this off because I'm getting hot.
My suit is staying on. The manga came out after the anime, so the anime was kind of going full-on Game of Thrones style, just not having a source to follow, which resulted in the manga being Akira Toriyama's official vision. I think it's going to be good to have like a singular story to follow. A lot of the things in the anime, I think, were done better in the manga, like Goku Black. Super Saiyan Rage is taken out completely, and some other butt pulls were taken out.
Goku using the Hakai.
Yeah. Putting that in there is going to be awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that much. And all the other changes they'll make in the remake.
And this is like the perfect way to go about it, right? Because you still have the team working on the new upcoming Galactic Patrol show, but then you have a smaller team working on remastering this show and giving it the love that it deserves, because it is the most popular anime of all time, and we do have such a strong attachment to it. So I'm hoping that this will be that version, watching from Dragon Ball Z, from the end of Z, into this new remastered Super will feel like a more consistent level of quality, will feel like a more consistent story. I'm honestly excited to revisit those arcs in a way that is shorter, looks better, and apparently they're having new voice acting as well, so that should be awesome.
And don't forget new music, dude. New bangers.
Dude, the Super music goes so hard.
Oh, I'm gonna miss the Super music, dude. The Ultra Instinct theme and the Tournament Power intros, but I'm sure that in the way that we still love Chala Hechala, but also equally love Z-Kai's opening theme, I'm sure it'll still be treasured.
Dude, Dragons. Oh, dude, what if we got Dragon Soul again? Let's talk about our hopes for both the remake and for Galactic Patrol.
Okay, can I go first?
Yeah.
This is probably unrealistic and it probably won't happen, but I know one of the biggest problems with modern Dragon Ball right now is the disconnect between Daima and Super. And I know they probably won't do anything, but I would love them to at least address it if they're going to go through the trouble of redubbing Super. they could even say something like, when Goku goes against Beerus, he says like, oh, I've used too much energy, I can't transform, or something. Like, knowing that he can't like access the final form, but not necessarily needing to like create a whole new thing. It's just some way to bridge this huge disconnect between the two anime and making everything singularly canon will be awesome.
Right.
Outside of that, I'm looking forward to the grand animation, the Moro arc. I hope that they keep it as manga accurate as possible. I don't know how much of the manga you've read, but it's very brutal. And unfortunately, the original version of Super, it was very toned down. Like, there was no blood. There was nothing
100%.
too brutal. But some of the best moments of the Moro arc is super brutal. Like, you have Moro punching Goku through the chest. And ripping his arm back out. Piccolo being special beam cannon through the chest. And like, there's so many other moments in the arc that I hope they don't tone down for the sake of the show. I hope that they keep all of that in there to really emphasize how big of a danger Moro is.
Right. Do you think that they're going to potentially remake Broly or Superhero? I would love to see Superhero remade, but in a 2D animation style. So,
interestingly, the manga didn't animate Broly. It just alluded to it, but it did animate Superhero. So I think that they're probably going to go the same route.
I think it's one of the saddest things is that Superhero was in 3D animation. I know they were experimenting with it, but like looking at the intro to that movie, do you remember the intro to Superhero?
Yeah.
Dude,
I remember.
The animation was so good.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
And we really are in a golden age of Dragon Ball animation. It's been great to see, especially after being through that rough period. Like, from Broly onward has just been phenomenal. Broly was an animation masterpiece.
It was perfect. Perfect.
Then you had the opening of Superhero that showed, we still have that capability.
It was perfect.
And then following that, we had Daima, which, whatever you want to say about the story, beautiful visually.
It was.
So I'm super excited about this show coming back.
Actually, I hope they don't animate Broly, because it's not gonna be as good as
there's no way
as best Dragon Ball movie by far.
Easily.
But I do hope they reanimate Superhero arc, because also after the movie there's still an epilogue section to that arc. So Goku versus Gohan. But I hope they animate Granola Superhero, and by then, hopefully, they'll have the manga story continuing as well, so we'll see more animated.
Yeah, maybe we can finally get our endgame style finale that has all the characters, like Broly,
from
Black
all
Frieza, Gohan. Yeah, exactly.
They all appear from portals, and we have Jiren show up too and hit.
So my hope is that it will remain accurate to the manga, like you said. I think the fact that they have the manga to work with now will help with that. In most cases, except for some parts of maybe the last arc, Toyotaro's version of the story has been much better than what Toei has come up with, in our opinion. It just feels a lot more cohesive. There's less dumb, weird stuff like people getting random new forms that are unexplained, like Trunks' form.
Super Saiyan Ridge.
So if that is removed, and all we have is Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan God, and then Ultra Instinct, I think that could feel a lot more cohesive. I'm excited for the manga accuracy. I think that's gonna be awesome. So applying that to both the future show, Galactic Patrol, and to the remake of Dragon Ball Super, I'm very excited to see Dragon Ball Super scrubbed through, cleaned up, taking the filler out, given the Kai treatment, so that people who are watching from Z can go straight into Super and it still feels like a continuation of that story.
But Broly? Call me Kakarot.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
Oh, what's up? Did you like the video?
Like the video, and don't dislike the video.
Doesn't mean the same thing.